I'm literally just a girl. Hello, guys.
Hi.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
I feel like, I don't know what changed, but I feel like I used to be able to hear the intro.
That's why I stopped.
And I'm like, now I can't hear it for some reason. So I feel like I need Gabby or whoever's there to like tell us. Like Gabby,
Point or something.
Yeah, because, yeah. But anyways.
Action.
Okay, so Hannah was telling us, when you're listening to this, it'll be post-wedding. So we were talking about the rehearsal dinner because I haven't ever experienced a traditional wedding. Like, I feel like I did when I was younger. But, like, I've never experienced a tradition. And when I mean traditional American wedding, where it's, like, bridal shower, rehearsal dinner, and wedding. Like,
you were in your sister's wedding, but she didn't have bridesmaids, right?
No, she didn't do any of that, like, stuff.
Okay.
Like, it was just so small. It's, like...
So you've never been in a wedding?
No. Wow. So I don't know how it is. So I was, like, right now, I was, like... What do you do at a rehearsal dinner? Like, do you really rehearse?
Yeah, you do.
So you rehearse and all that stuff.
You do. Traditionally, some people go, if you're getting married at a church, you go to the church that night, right before dinner. You meet there, you do a quick run through, and then you guys all go to dinner afterwards somewhere.
Right.
That's kind of what the tradition is, but for us, our venue is having a wedding, so we can't do a whole run through the night before. Also, it's very far from where we wanted to have dinner. And where we're having dinner somewhere, it's like our date night spot. Yeah. It's where we always go. We just know everyone there. We love it. And it was always something Blake and I talked about. Yeah. Was to do our rehearsal dinner there. Okay. So it's far from the venue, 45, 50 minutes. Yeah. So that's why we're just going to go ahead and do it all there. All at once at the
I love
restaurant.
that. Yeah, I love that.
Yeah. So.
And then you mentioned, like, this would probably be, like, I feel like this would probably be when the time comes to have a wedding. Thankfully, I feel like if I have a wedding, it'll be, like, it won't be like, you're doing it here in Houston, obviously, and your family's here. My family's all in Georgia, Chicago, whatever. So, like, people would still have to travel. But I feel like the hardest thing I think I would deal with is, like, my family wanting to invite more people.
It's a big issue.
Because I'm like, how do you... And the thing is, like, traditionally, Hispanics, we don't RSVP. Like, I make sure I RSVP for everything now that I know. But, like, they don't. So, it's, like, that's really hard. So, I'm like, oh, my God, if your dad invites, like, his friends and stuff...
So tough.
So you guys just have, like, extra spaces just in case?
We have a whole, like, overflow table because I'm smarter than that. And I know, being Hispanic, I know my dad's... my dad was like, hey, can you go ahead and put Tati down? I'm like, okay, what is his legal name? I don't know.
El Tati.
Can you put Nacho on the list?
Yeah, Nacho. Like, I know. Something like that would be like that.
What is Nacho's legal name?
No vas a poner Nacho. Él va a saber.
You think Nacho's going to look nice on a seating chart? Nacho?
I think about stuff like that.
It's so tough having that Hispanic family, but I love them. They're the ones that are going to be the most fun at the wedding.
Absolutely.
You know, that's always how it goes, right? And it's fine. Like, you know, we had someone ask, can I show up in my hat? And I'm like, wear your freaking cowboy hat. It's a black tie wedding, but sure. Wear your cowboy hat.
I mean, as long as you're wearing a black suit, that's fine.
Yes, that's how that's what I said. I was like, you know what? Just go for it. Like, you do your thing. It's fine. You're going to stick out like a sore thumb, but sure, do your thing. But it's tough. It's tough. And so, I have a little bit of an overflow table. I didn't tell my dad that. Otherwise, he'd be like,
okay. Well, he'd be telling everyone this week.
Yes.
Mi niña se casa este fin de semana. Vengan, tráiganse la familia. Tráiganse la familia y los niños también. Did you guys?
Los niños también.
No. Are you having kids?
We do not have kids at our wedding.
Okay, you said no kids.
Obviously, Emma and a few of my cousins, but they're older and very well behaved. There are no little kids. Oh, Rylan is going to be there, but he's the ring bearer.
Okay,
and he's going to be with Joanna, and Joanna's bringing her parents too, so they'll be able to keep an eye on him. So other than that, we do not have kids.
Okay.
That's a big thing for me is, like, I love kids, but... they're very disruptive at a wedding. Oh,
absolutely. So Rose isn't bringing her son.
Rose is not bringing her son. And again, if I did tell her, you're more than welcome to, but I would suggest bringing a babysitter with you or your parents. Like,
because she's in the wedding too, and it's just too tough. Yeah.
I would be more than, if they asked me, of course, bring him along, but it would definitely have given me some anxiety at the ceremony, like a baby crying, or I've been to so many weddings where kids are so disruptive. So I was just like, I don't want.
I feel like same. I feel like if it's not like my bridesmaid kids or like my goddaughters, don't bring your child.
Exactly.
If I don't have a close relation, don't bring your child.
Exactly.
No, because it's just like, I feel comfortable enough with the kids that I would say yes to that I could be like, okay, no, like go sit, and they would listen to me.
Yes.
But like stranger kids and shit. Some parents just do not get. They don't care.
It's like those parents that bring a newborn to the movies.
Oh yeah, they don't care.
And the kid is just screaming, crying, and they're not leaving the theater.
Yeah, it's like, okay, bring them, and if it's quiet, cool. But if it's crying, okay, it's time for you to go.
Yes, like if I had a child and my baby was crying at a restaurant, or I'm running to the bathroom.
Yeah,
because I don't want to be disruptive to other people there.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no.
Yeah. We'll see how it all goes.
No
Watch,
kids.
I say all these things, and everyone's phone is gonna go off. Something's gonna happen. Something always happens.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, like, you can't control, like, little things like that. But, I mean, it should be fine.
We'll see.
I'm excited.
We'll see. I'm so excited.
So guess what?
What?
And this is what leads me to today's topic. I got my dress yesterday.
Okay. It doesn't fit? Okay, Baby Boo runs very small.
Yes.
Yeah.
But then I fucking called Gabby. And I'm like, Gabby, did you get your dress? She's like, yeah. We ordered the same one, right? Both small. I was like, did it fit you? She's like, yeah, it fit me perfect.
She got a different size.
No, she got a small, too. And I'm like, bitch, did I gain weight this whole week that I was gone?
Why does it not fit you?
The boobs. The boob part. I have bigger boobs than Gabby, and then I have wider lats than Gabby. So I took
this part, huh?
Yes.
Right here? Okay.
No, well, it's the back, but it's because it's right here. So I took an Epsom salt bath. I'm literally like no carbs today. I'm literally gonna run and sweat for an hour today. I'm gonna sweat an hour for tomorrow.
I'm like the sauna, like you told me.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, I have to fit into this dress. I have to.
You have like 12 hours.
That's the thing. That's what I'm like so nervous about, because Chris is like, I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to go tomorrow to get a new dress. I have to go to these boutiques and find a new dress. And Chris is like, no, just watch what you eat. And I'm like, it's my lats. If it was my stomach, I feel like you could shit it out or sweat it out.
So I got my dress too from Baby Boo. It also does not zip up. I'm not lying. And it doesn't stretch. So I'm kind of fucked too, but I got a faja. I'm just gonna.
You know what I was thinking
it's
too?
My boobs too, and it's my rib cage. It's too big.
It's too big.
Yeah.
I'm thinking because it's my boobs, what I might do is just saran wrap that shit. Like I'm gonna saran wrap it because it looks really weird because where it's hitting me. But if I saran wrap my boobs like this, then I think it'll fit. So I Epsom salt bath today. I did it yesterday, today, and tomorrow. I'm going to. Fucking triple hoodie myself.
Do not do a piña lim. You're gonna be shitting yourself.
No, I'll do. If I do a piña lim, it'll be tonight for tomorrow. No, I'm not shitting myself. I'm getting ready by Suzette. That would be embarrassing.
I'll be right back.
Or I'm fixing your dress before you go in, and I'm like, I'm shitting myself. And wait. No. But I was just like, are you kidding me? So this leads me to today's topic. So I was like, all right. What do I do? Because I'm like a fitness influencer, so I know like there's no like cheat way to cheat it. And I'm like, okay, I know I have to drink more water. I'll take my dandelion root pills. I take a bath. And so I'm like, what do I do? So I go on fucking TikTok, and I'm like, TikTok, how to lose 5 pounds in 24 hours. And people like, the guy's like, this is how you lose 5 pounds in 24, and it's like not even. He's like, get on your diet, drink your water, and I'm like, nah, fuck. I need something that's gonna help.
4 weeks, you should be good.
Yeah, I'm like, no, I'm stressing. I'm like, I need it now. And so then I was on my phone, and I was like, just like scrolling, and I saw this thing, and I wanted to share it with you. It says, I'm bored. Tell me the worst thing you've done or have eaten to stay in a calorie deficit.
Oh my God. Tell me yours. Okay.
My worst one?
Yes.
I read I screenshot all the comments I want to share with you. But
TikTok comments are the best.
Oh my God, it's great. For me, and one of them is on here, is I've chewed cookies.
And spit them back out.
I've
done that.
I've done that. Just chewed it.
Just to get the taste.
Get the chocolate taste and then spit it out.
I am like queen of doing that.
Yeah.
When I'm craving something bad and I'm trying not to eat bad, I will go over the trash and spit it out.
Yeah.
We're crazy.
But I am the type of person during prep, not in real, like not my normalcy, but during prep, if I really wanted something and like I was in the situation where I was like, oh fuck, I know if I eat one more I'm gonna binge, and I'd have a cookie and then I'd throw the rest away, I would go back to the garbage and get the fucking cookies out. But now I would have to like literally like fucking pour shit on it so that I wouldn't get it.
Like what?
Like hand soap and shit. So you're not tempted.
You're lying.
No, so you're not tempted to go back and get it.
Oh my God, are you serious?
I've done that before.
You go rinse it off?
Yeah, I think I'll take all the chocolate
still eat
taste,
it.
but you still eat it. No, so I wanted to share with you some of these that, oh my God, they had me dying. Okay. It said, so this is what you've done or what you've eaten, I guess, to stay in a calorie deficit. Like, what crazy thing have you done to make sure you're still on your diet? One of them said, I ate vitamin C tablets as a snack.
I've done that. The gummies. It's like candy.
It's like candy.
I have done that.
Says, I sniffed the aroma while walking past a restaurant and then Googled if you can gain calories from smelling food.
Cigarette smoke. Can I get a nicotine on
I'm like, bro, she was probably sitting. That's the worst. I feel like if you're on a diet, smelling food is the
and it makes your mouth water.
It makes you mad. It says, I stayed up till midnight just so my calorie tracker resets and I could have a snack.
I've never done that.
You've done that?
I've never done
that.
I
feel like that's a horrible way because then when you wake up.
But then you're fucked the rest of the
day.
day.
You're fucked for the rest of the day. I feel like that sucks. At that point, I would just take a sleeping pill and go to sleep.
Yeah. Huge melatonin.
Oh my God. And then spit out food mid-chew because it just wasn't worth it. I've done that before.
Yep.
Where I take a bite of a donut or something and I'm like, this isn't that good. And I'm like,
don't swallow.
Mm-hmm. And I'm like, all right. Yeah, because I ain't eating these calories if they're not worth it.
Okay, I feel so much better that you've done that before.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm taking this to the grave.
Yeah.
This is so crazy.
I mean, it's borderline eating disorder, right?
I know. I know. I was thinking that in my head, like, damn, we're some bad influences.
Because when it's everybody in the comments is like, dude,
honesty.
These are like, honestly, all these comments are eating disorders. And it is. Like, it is. Right? We're just laughing about this specific one, but it is, please, like, don't do this. Like, you should not be doing this on a regular, right?
Do you know what I used to do?
What?
I have not done, this is toxic behavior, okay? I haven't done this in years. Back when I was in another relationship, when I knew I needed to stop eating for a minute, I would just go through his phone and find some shit. You know what I mean?
What do you mean?
Find something in his phone, like, that bugs you and you just don't eat for days. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you
just go through his phone and I would always find something.
And it just makes you not eat?
Like, he was messaging his ex or something, right? I had that happen to me.
Yeah.
Previous relationship. I had a feeling and I was like, oh, like, I had been eating a lot and I was like, let me go through his phone tonight. I went through his phone. He had been texting his ex some bullshit or whatever. It wasn't anything crazy, but still, I was so pissed off I didn't eat for like 3 days. It was great.
Girl, that is some crazy shit. Not eating because he found some shit through his phone.
Just open up his phone if you don't want to eat for a few days.
I feel like I would sit on my couch eating ice cream.
No, I was so mad. I was so mad. And I'm not the type to bring things up. So I just keep it to myself. I just I would just simmer in my anger and I just wouldn't eat for days.
I feel like I would eat because I couldn't talk
like
about
protesting, you know, to myself. Do not take that advice.
No, my God, no. I mean, you're just sharing.
I have friends who have done that too, okay? And I'm not, I'm a changed woman. I don't do that anymore.
I don't do that anymore.
This was like 8 years ago.
No, no.
Yeah.
I mean, mine was like a few years ago too when I was on prep. But I mean, I think every woman unfortunately does some sort of shit like this.
Yes.
Because we want to like look good, you know, whatever. We think that's the option. I mean, honest to God though, I don't really think the cookie thing is that bad.
I think it's a way to solve if you're really trying to be strict on your diet. And if you have a sweet tooth like me, I was craving chocolate, right?
Yes.
Or, I don't know, I think it was Gush or something weird. And I went and had a couple bites and I was like, no, don't swallow this. And I spit it out. Yeah. It's embarrassing, but it's reality of like, no, I cannot put this in my stomach to ingest it. I want the craving to be gone.
I'm just going to feel like shit. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like I've done that. Like, I mean, granted, like if I want to, like if I'm craving gummies, I'll have one gummy and then I'll just throw it away or I'll give it to someone. I will literally, my friends think it's so funny that I'll go to the gas station sometimes and Chris is like, you want something? I'm like, yeah, I want these candies. And then they're like, you're the only you're the only person in our friend group that likes candy. And I really don't that much. But if I'm craving one, I'll fucking buy like 2 or 3 things and then I'll just have one and I'll give it away. I'm like, y'all
How do you have self-control to do that?
I just have really good self-control but the thing is I don't buy it alone. If I buy it alone, I'm going to eat the whole pack. But I don't buy it if I'm going to go to the gym because it's like all the dudes are there. I'm like, here you go, who wants it? And everyone's like, I want it. I'm like, okay, so it's not going in the garbage.
I see.
Or if it's something that I know Chris is going to finish because he can eat anything he wants. He doesn't gain weight. So I'm like, that's how I do it and I get away with it.
Okay.
But I feel like
that's a good tip.
Yeah. It's like, I'm like, if I know, like if you know you're going to go to a party or something, get some candy and you're going to be around kids.
Give it around. Give it
okay,
away.
y'all can have the rest. You know, like it gives it the sweet tooth, right? But I feel like I've done this stuff where like I even do this day. Like if I take a bite of something, like let's say it's bread, sometimes it's like guancha or something, and the bread's not fucking soft, I'll spit it out. I'm like, I'm not gonna fucking eat this. It's not worth me eating these calories. And I don't feel guilty about it.
Yeah.
So I'm like, that's not that bad.
I've been there too.
Okay. So the next one said, looked forward to my nightly treat, which was cherry flavored melatonin tablets.
Let me sleep.
My gummies are good. They've been hitting recently. I have like little Hershey's by my bed, like little Hershey Kisses. Sometimes I like to satisfy my sweet tooth. I have one at night, which I realize
milk or dark chocolate.
Milk, but it's actually not really good for me because it spikes my sugar levels at night, my glucose levels. And when I got blood work test, they were like, what are you eating at night that is spiking your glucose? Because it's not healthy. And I was like, oh, fuck. So I'm trying to stay away from having one every night. So like for the past few nights, I haven't had one. But then last night I really wanted one. But I was like, no, I'm about to have my gummy. So I just took my little gummy to sleep and it's fine.
You know what we should try is I've been doing cottage cheese and fruit, like cottage cheese and blueberries or cottage cheese and canned peaches. So
I was just telling Chris, everyone is obsessed with the cottage cheese and
blending it.
Pineapple.
Oh, I haven't tried that.
And I love cottage cheese with salty things. I just can't imagine cottage cheese with fruit.
My mom used to do that when I was growing up, and I was like, what the hell? And I tasted it one time, and I was like, this is good.
Really?
It's really good.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And
I'll try
TikTok
it.
has been saying to blend it. If you're a
cottage
texture person and you don't like the texture, you can blend it too and make it like a smooth yogurt.
Oh, shit.
Texture doesn't bother me, but I know some people.
I love me cottage cheese now. If you're listening to this and you have not tried cottage cheese, let me tell you, at first, anyone who had a cottage cheese, I was like, you are disgusting. You're the most disgusting human being that I know by eating cottage cheese. I'm like, that's nasty. And then I was like, okay, this year, I literally just started trying it this year. I was like, I need more protein. And cottage cheese has very high protein. Very high protein. I get the organic one that's low fat. So you add it to, I love to add it in my morning breakfast. So I'll have like, if I do toast especially, I'll do toast. A big thing of cottage cheese, my eggs and avocado.
Try blending it.
I'm going to try blending it.
Yeah.
I have seen girls blending it with their egg whites and it makes them fluffier and it's so good.
Okay, that I won't do.
Really?
I don't like raw eggs. That freaks me out.
No, you cook them.
You cook the eggs?
With the, yeah. What do you mean cook?
Wait, how do you make this?
Okay, egg whites, like scrambled egg whites, you put the cottage cheese in there and it makes the egg whites fluffier.
Oh, yeah. Okay, like the way Gordon Ramsay does creme fraiche to his eggs.
I'm sure,
yeah.
Okay,
I see
like
what
that.
you mean. Yes.
Not raw. Ew, no.
I thought you meant like in the blender, just add some egg whites.
No, sorry. You cook it like if
makes sense.
You're making egg whites scrambled, you put cottage cheese and it makes them fluffier.
Okay, that sounds good.
Yeah, and I've even seen girls put cottage cheese, like lumps, on a baking pan and make them into chips.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I was like, oh, shit. Hey, when you're on a diet, there's ways around everything.
Seriously.
There's ways around anything.
Seaweed chips used to be my thing, too.
Oh, yeah.
Seaweed chips.
I like the seaweed chips, but I think I'm allergic to certain seaweed.
Really? Why?
Yeah, because my throat closes up.
Oh, that's an allergy.
Yeah, that's an allergy. I'm allergic. They asked me what you're allergic to. Latex and seaweed.
What? That's so weird.
It's so weird. I know.
Have you gotten allergy tested?
No. I don't need it. All right, this next one says, I once saw an ad for cat food and my mouth watered.
What?
I once saw an ad for cat food and my mouth started to water.
That is disgusting.
When I was on prep, dude, I swear to God, babe, what was that sandwich? It was a Wendy's fucking Baconator sandwich. And I think, like, it's weird because I don't watch any commercials because I don't have TV at home, right? But I was on a ghost trip at the time and I was staying at the hotel and the hotel just had TV, so they had all the commercials. Swear to God, this Wendy's commercial popped up every time. And I was sitting there with my stomach grumbling and oh my God, that Wendy's sandwich looks so good. And then I came back from my trip and I was like, I saw the commercial with my friends and I was like, oh my God, doesn't that sandwich look delicious? And they were like, that sandwich looked disgusting. I'm like, oh my God, no.
You're hungry.
I was starving.
Okay, cat food is fucking crazy. Cat food stinks.
I know.
It's fish. It's like canned fish.
But I think she was watching the commercial, but she just said it looked good.
That is nasty.
That's nasty.
Yeah, that's nasty.
Okay, it says, cheated with some cheesecake, flan, and orange chicken at 9:50 p.m., then proceeded to do it 30K steps before midnight.
I mean, that's not bad.
That's not bad. I mean,
Burned it off.
I don't know if 30K steps would have burned it off, though.
You think? Like a little bite of everything.
Yeah.
If you have the whole thing now.
Do you know how bad cheesecake is?
Oh, it's just basically cream cheese.
It's horrible. The calories on Cheesecake Factory.
Oh, yeah.
When I realized how much they were.
Yeah.
I haven't touched a cheesecake in years.
I don't love cheesecake.
I'm not a big cheesecake fan either.
Flan now? Flan is good.
Yeah, flan is good.
The one at Flora right here, have you had it?
No. I'm not a big flan person, though. It has to be like, I have to be in the mood for it.
This one at Flora, it's not like light and fluffy. It's thick.
Oh, I like the thick ones.
It's
I like for it to go,
okay.
You know? Yeah.
You literally need to go for lunch. I'm not kidding. It's so good.
Okay. Well, not today because I have to fit in the dress on Sunday.
Oh, shit. My bad.
Yeah.
Monday.
Okay. Ate my meals with a teaspoon, so had more to eat. I've done that before. Eating them with a smaller spoon. I eat certain things with a smaller spoon. It works, so it makes you feel like you're eating more. And you have to slow down because it's so small.
Oh my God, that's so sad. Like Mia's spoon?
Yeah, like Mia's spoon.
Oh, that's so funny.
This one had me dying. It says, sometimes I smell my roommate's plate of food and tell myself, yum, that was delicious, to gaslight myself into thinking I ate some. Dude, you really be gaslighting yourself into believing, that was so good. Talk about like fooling your mind into thinking you had something.
Oh my God.
Dude, I
can't do that.
No, I can't.
That's just, my brain is like, come on, bitch.
I'm like, I'm
my
just smarter
than that.
Yeah. I'm like, if you can gaslight yourself, that's not a good thing.
No.
Yeah.
Exactly. You're like Delulu as hell. I can't do that. I don't want to see it. Don't bring it around me if I'm like trying to be really good.
Speaking of gaslighting, have you seen the whole drama between the Van Cleef rep and the girl gaslighting the... So this girl, real quick, it was on my For You page. This girl bought a Van Cleef bracelet, the 10 karat gold or whatever. So it's not cheap, like at minimum $5,000, right? Van Cleef bracelets are expensive, right? Yeah. Minimum of $5,000. She has 2 Cartiers on her wrist. She has, I think, a David Yurman on her wrist too. So she bought the Cartier to go on there. I mean, the Van Cleef. Within 2 months, the Alambre, one of the little things, rusted. Okay. And she was like, what the fuck? Yeah. So she calls them and is like telling them about it. They're like, okay, well, you can send it in and we'll clean it. Because they told her, oh, you can send it somewhere and get it clean. So she cleaned it, didn't come off. She sends it to them. They send it back, did not come off. Like, it still had some. So she goes into the store, and the lady's name is Kathy. Kathy's all over the internet right now. Kathy's the manager at this Van Cleef. And she has, like, the little scope and is looking at it. And she's like, it's just the shadow. And the other sales rep is a guy, and he's like, she's basically the girl telling the story. She's like, she's gaslighting him to believe that he doesn't see anything. And he's like, because he agreed with me that he saw the mark. And I'm like, I'm seeing it. My husband's with me in the store. We see it. My friends, I took a picture. They saw it. She's Kathy is gaslighting his sales associate into thinking it's his shadow. Oh my God. And it's like, no, you can perfectly see. So she's like, well, you have 2 options. You can send it back to New York to get it professionally cleaned, and she has to pay $180. And or you can replace the Alambre. And she's like, I think that's what it's called, the Alambre, whatever. And they're not cheap to replace. No. So she has to replace a whole one. And it's only been 2 months. And so she can't return it because they only have a 30-day money back, whatever. So she's like, I shouldn't have to pay $180 for something that rusted in 2 months. This isn't gold then, because this should not, look at my Cartiers. I have my she like showed up her Cartiers. She's like, I've had my Cartiers for 5 years. Oh, it's gold. Gold. Not one rust. And so she's like, and to me have to replace it. She's like, so then I call customer service. Come to find out, Van Cleef has, they have no warranty on any of their jewelry pieces. I'm like, you're telling me you're spending thousands of dollars on a brand and they have no warranty?
Yeah.
So they reached out and like I think
did they replace it? I'm sure if she went viral, she
went viral on TikTok and she went viral on Instagram, and they sent her, I don't know, I didn't get too much into what they sent her like this little care package. They must have sent her something else. But she was like, what kind of customer service is this? So, and like, why is this tarnishing if it's gold?
Yeah, but Van Cleef bracelets, they do recommend you take them off when you shower.
That's what they were saying.
They're very delicate.
Yeah.
Very. So you're supposed to take them off when you shower, wash your hands, all that stuff. That's why like whatever. But Cartier, the Love bracelet, solid gold. It's completely screwed on, right? And it's not delicate. It doesn't have the pearl pieces, which are the clovers on the inside. And Van Cleef is so delicate, it kind of starts to come apart. So I would say she probably just wasn't taking it off. She was keeping it on all the time, you know. But regardless, they should have some sort of service to where they can do a like a replacement or kind of fix it up. But
I feel like with it being such a high-end brand, if something goes wrong like that, like let's see, like within like I would say at least like the first 2 years, they replaced the Alambre.
I need to see a picture of it because I'm thinking it's user error right now. Do you know what I mean?
Well, it probably is because what they're saying is there was a lot of comments like that you're supposed to take it off, whatever.
Yeah.
But I understand it's user error. But Hannah, if I'm spending $5 to $10 on a bracelet, I don't give a I expect that shit to last me.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that's a lot of money. I want to wear it all the time. I don't want to have to take it off and stuff, like personally.
Yeah.
So now I'm like, okay, well, now that I know that, I'm not spending money on that. Personally, I'm not.
It's tough. I don't know. My white Chanel bag, I had worn it, I think this for the second time ever, and I was wearing a red dress, and it rubbed on my red dress, okay? I didn't know about color transfer on a white bag like that, okay? And I was like, I was like on the verge of tears because I didn't notice it till the next day. I looked at the back of my bag and I'm like, what the F? Yeah. It is red. I can see red all over. Like I'm like taking a cloth, it's not coming off. I'm like, what the hell happened in my bag? And I thought about it and I was looking back at my pictures and I was like, holy shit. My dress, which was not a nice dress. It was probably, I think it was from like, what was that others? Oh, Polly.
Yeah.
And I hadn't washed it yet.
Yeah.
I wore it right off the bat that night, and it rubbed on my bag as I was holding it up against my dress. It's my fault. Like, it rubbed against my bag. But I'm thinking, Chanel, I'm going to take it in. They're going to fix it. I just got it. Like, they're going to clean it for me. I can pay to get it cleaned. It's fine. I'm sure it's nothing crazy, right? I take it in. Oh, so sorry, but yeah, bags like this, they do color transfer. We can take it in to get service if you want, $1,600 if you'd like. We don't recommend, though, because then it can start to tarnish the leather, yada, yada. And I was like, you're joking me right now.
Yeah.
And I haven't touched my bag since then. It's like sitting in my dust bag in my closet, and I'm just like, RIP. On the back, it's so red. The front looks fine. But, yeah, and they couldn't do anything. They couldn't do anything to it. Because it rubbed against, it was in perfect condition when I bought it, when they sold it to me, right? It doesn't matter. It was like 2 weeks after I got it. Yeah. They said there's nothing they can do.
Yeah.
They were kind of like, and he was kind of rude too. He was kind of like, yeah, bag like this, color transfers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He was like, you were wearing a red dress?
Yeah. You dumb.
Yes.
You dumb bitch.
Yes.
No, but like, I just feel like, am I wrong? I just feel like jewelry's different.
No, you're not wrong.
Okay, because I feel like
wrong.
jewelry is different. It should be different.
Yeah, you're not
because
wrong.
Because bags, like, give me. Like, I understand. Same with my Louis Vuitton and my Fendi shoes. I paid a grand and a half for them, and they fucking came on. It's user error, right? It's gonna fucking, like, if you're not careful with them, I get it. Purses, like, if you're not careful with jeans and stuff, I understand that. But I feel like with jewelry, like, especially if you're paying for gold, like what you're paying for, it should not tarnish.
No, it shouldn't.
My mom's Mexican gold doesn't tarnish. Like, I feel like if you're paying $5 to $10 for a bracelet, it should not tarnish, whether you're wearing your water. I mean, unless they really need to say specifically, do not get it wet.
Right.
Then I'm like, then you need to think about, is this a good investment? You know, whatever. But I was just thinking about that.
No, I agree.
I was thinking about gaslighting, and I don't know what they did with Kathy. Okay. I think we're almost done. I ran after a heavy meal to try to burn off calories and ending up puking my entire meal from the run. So I guess it worked. That was horrible. Okay. I feel like I cannot exercise after eating that much. I would just throw it up. I feel like my stomach.
That was her goal.
Yeah, to throw it up. Oh my God.
Oh, no.
See, I'm telling you, these comments are making me realize I'm not as dedicated to my calorie deficit, but it's still working, so we good.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I do not. We want to say we do not
condone all this. No, I'm just sharing it because we're crazy as girls. The fucking things we do.
Yeah.
This girl said only drank water for 4 to 5 days, nearly passed out, then ate the entire Taco Bell menu. Do not recommend. Do not recommend.
I love a water fast though. Have you ever fasted on water?
No, my friend Aurelie has, and Eddie, and I feel like I don't know if I'm strong enough to water fast.
I've done it for probably 2 or 3 days before, and I loved it.
Yeah.
And from what I read, a lot of studies say it actually helps
really
clean your body.
Yeah.
Like your cells end up eating like cancerous cells in your body, Alzheimer's, that kind of stuff. It helps prevent it.
I don't know. I feel like I was trying to think of if there was any other ones.
Have you seen the Chris Hemsworth documentary on Disney Plus he talks about aging?
No.
It's very good. He has one episode about fasting, one about doing cold plunges, one about, he has the genetics for Alzheimer's. He's like predisposed to dementia or Alzheimer's. I can't remember. And it's a really good series. You should watch it.
I mean, I've heard, I'll end this with, I used to borrow calories from the next day when I surpassed my calories for the day. I feel like that was funny. But I feel like I've heard great things about fasting, just water fasting for a few days. I don't know if I could do it with how active I am. I mean, maybe I'd like. I feel like people
work out as hard as you do for 3 days. No way, you'd pass out.
No, you'd pass out
for sure.
Yeah, I'm just like, oh my God, I'm just like, I feel like so bad because I would be so moody. I'm a hangry person.
Yeah.
But see, like, I don't know, like that's what I was worried about. Like, if I don't eat all day tomorrow, if I fast, let's say I water fast tomorrow for Sunday, do I really think my dress is gonna fit?
No,
because it's my boobs.
I would still eat like protein, maybe a little bit of carbs, but I would go to the sauna, like you said, but eat. Otherwise, you're gonna pass out.
Yeah,
and drink water, hydrate a ton.
You don't have to call an ambulance at your wedding.
Because
I'm gonna be who pass. You know what? If I pass out at your wedding, just put me in a corner.
Too. I was telling my mom was getting my nails done with me today. I was like, I need to go get an IV because I've been feeling very dizzy the past 2 days, and I know it's because I'm not eating.
Yeah, you need to eat, girl, and water.
I know. And then I got on the scale today, and I feel like I'm triggering people by saying this, because like, but whatever, I don't care. I was 102, right? With a robe on. And I was like, oh my God, I haven't been 102 since I was like in track in middle school.
What were you weighing?
I was like 106.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, that was last week. But I haven't been eating very well.
Obviously.
Yeah.
You lost 5 pounds. Yeah. I mean, it's your wedding day.
But
hey, your arms
too, I think.
Slim.
Big butter.
You did say you wanted your arms really. She did say, she's like, I'm going to get my arms lean as fuck. I would too, for my wedding.
Yeah.
I want my arms really. But right now, that's where I feel like I told Chris, I was like, I feel like I hold all my fat in my arms too. And I'm like, I just want little bitty fucking arms.
Me too. I
just want little arms.
Yeah, and I haven't been working out at all. I had to skip Pilates the past 2 weeks.
So yeah, yours busy. Is just.
It's, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. But also like just mentally, I just can't even.
Yeah. You've just been so busy too.
I've been so busy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I meant to ask you too, for the tape for the day of. If you could bring it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Tape.
It's a part of my dress.
Yes.
Yeah.
Remind me.
Okay.
Well, I'll give it to you. I'll probably give it to you right now. Okay. So I wanted to talk about, we are talking about, diet stuff. So I wanted to bring up, so I've been seeing, I know we talked about it a little bit, about the Pilates girls thing, but I saw another thing like 2 days ago, and I never comment. And I commented on her thing. And all I commented was, she showed like, this is what Pilates did for me, and it's like, she's not thick by any means. She's like,
I don't know anything about this.
Okay, well, this is like a new trend, like what Pilates did for me, and she's like thicker, and then she goes to literally like skin and bones, like thin, lean. And I commented and I was like, this is really great. Pilates is really hard. But if you are a girl here reading that, like looking at her and be like, you want to look like this, look at her videos. She eats no carbs. And I think people don't understand that. And I meant that in the nicest way possible, because I don't want girls going on social media and thinking that Pilates is going to make them look like that when it's not. It's, these girls are starving themselves to look like that. Look, I know we're joking around about like, you know, losing some weight for Hannah's wedding, whatever, but I like, if you're busy and you lose weight, you know, all right, it comes with it with stress, losing weight and stuff, you know, but like losing weight you should be doing it and healthy, you know?
Yeah.
The healthy goal is 1 pound a week, right? Like 1 pound a week is to maintain healthy. Yeah, 1 pound. Yeah, you lost 5 pounds. It's not that healthy. But 1 pound a week to keep, like, if you want to maintain healthy habits and not go back to binge eating and not go back to, like, old ways, right? Like, it's all a process, right? Like, changing your nutrition and eating and working out and increasing your steps. It needs to be a gradual process. It doesn't need to be something that you do overnight or change overnight. But also understanding that some of these women are literally, what I'm seeing with these Pilates girls, are starving themselves when they're showing what they eat in a day. Yeah. And listen, I get it. If that's what works for you to lose all this weight, then that works for you. But it's not healthy. And if you are starting out and you're going to starve yourself right off the bat, it is not something that's going to be maintainable.
And you're going to lose all your muscle too.
Well, but you're going to be able to hold on to that for a week or two, and then you're going to go back to eating your old ways, right? But these girls are literally drinking. She's advocating for whole foods, which is great, but you have no carbs. Mm-hmm. She's literally just eating like yogurt and then like eggs and avocado, and then for dinner she's having chicken and a salad, and for dessert she's having another yogurt. And I'm like, where are your carbs the entire day? Yeah. It's not there. So you're gonna look like that because you're not eating any carbs. Right. So I just want girls to understand, it's not the Pilates, okay, that is doing that. The Pilates is getting her toned and creating that muscle and helping her, you know, burn calories, but you're going to burn more, if it comes to calorie deficit, you're going to burn more calories doing like something like running, spinning, cardio wise versus like just weightlifting. But like Pilates alone is not make her look like that, not. You know? And so it's really important that nowadays, like, I think it's great that we have both sides of advocacy. Like we have the girls that are in Pilates and they're like, oh, I want to look like this. But we also have the girls who are like showing like that they're in the gym and they're doing multiple things, but they're also like fueling their bodies the right way. And let's say, yes, like granted, I'm on a diet now. I'm like, I'm watching my carbs, right? But I'm not eating a ton of carbs, but I'm not only eating like a bread a day and that's it. I'm making sure like with every meal I have carbs. I have maybe in the breakfast, if I'm not that hungry, I'll skip carbs for that, but I'll make sure I'll have carbs right before I work out and right after I work out, right? I'm fueling my body properly in order to fuel my workouts, in order to feel good, right? Mm-hmm. But I'm not starving myself from the get-go because it's not healthy. Granted, I personally could starve myself I could be on probably 20 grams of carbs for a whole week every day and I wouldn't binge eat because I've been doing it for so long. Yeah. You know, I've been through preps. I've been through it all. So I personally could handle it. Mm-hmm. Someone starting, there's no way they could handle it. By the weekend, they would go back to cheating. It's not healthy.
It's not. And a lot of people forget your body goes into ketosis when you don't eat carbs. And it shocks your brain to where when you start introducing carbs again, you will gain the weight tenfold over because your body stores it. Because
your body's going to store it.
It was in shock.
Yeah, so it'll store it. And not only that, the second you start eating carbs, your body's like, feed me, because it's not going to know like when the next time, because you've deprived it for so long.
For the next time you're going to
and it's going to be like, I'm starving. Yes. I want to store as much food as possible. And you're going to go on a 3-day binge cycle.
And gain back the weight
and more. Mm-hmm. So it's like, it's a whole cycle repeating itself. So if you're listening, please, like, do everything slow, do everything the right way. If you do want to fast, like 3 days water fasting, look into the science behind it. I haven't done it personally.
It's not often.
No, you don't do it often.
It's like once a year.
Yeah, I've never done it. I've never done it, so I don't have any experiences, but my friends have done it, and I will say I love them to death, but then they end up eating again.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like, for me, it's like, what was the point of that?
It's good mental clarity. I
Yes.
enjoy it, but I remind myself not to binge once I'm done with the fast. Yeah. And you don't have to do 3 days. You could do 2 days and you'll still kind of feel the benefits of it.
Okay.
But yeah, Google it and see if it's okay. And don't go excessive on the cardio because then you're going to end up feeling faint and stuff.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it is important to fuel your body. Absolutely. And carbs are necessary.
Carbs
Your body
are necessary.
runs on carbs.
Carbs are necessary. Granted, I tell my friends and my clients, like, they're like, oh, Jasmine, I'm not losing that much weight. I'm like, okay, well, you need to get steps in. And then I also say, look, if you're having a slow day and you're not really going to work, like, let's say it's your rest day, you're not working out that day, you're going to like just be at home and chill on the couch. Don't have that much carbs that day because your body doesn't need it.
Right.
Have some carbs at breakfast, have a light lunch and like a salad or something after lunch. And then at dinner, eat like, whole foods, some rice or some sweet potato and chicken. And I promise you the next day you're going to wake up feeling great because you had a little bit lower carbs. You didn't work out, so your body's not inflamed and you're not deprived, right? Now the next day when you go and you work out, fuel yourself, right? Have good healthy carbs, have complex carbs. Don't be having all these like greasy carbs or sugars and stuff like that. But it's important to fuel yourself and it's important not to get stuck in this social media world because it can easily like we talked about it last week, affect you if you're comparing yourself. Everyone has a different rate on when they lose weight and how their body works.
And how they hold fat. A lot of girls don't understand the Pilates body. 99% of those girls are genetically predisposed to look skinny and lean like that.
99%.
I don't have the build for that. To look like super, super skinny and have this long torso. Like she has her whole torso is my body. That's why she looks like that.
Or we just don't have it. Like, how they say, like, I know, like, thick bones, some people don't like that, but some people are a little bit thicker than others, right? Just naturally. I've had this, and I'm saying this because I've had this reality check with Chris about the Pilates body because I'm like, I want to look like that. I want to be small.
Everyone does.
And he literally is like, babe, you do not have the body for that. He's like, you want to look like that? I'm telling you right now, you are going to have to starve yourself. And it's not healthy. You want to look like that? Starve yourself. Eat salads like these girls do. Don't be eating carbs. Like, you're going to look like that. You know what it takes. And it's a lot of cardio and it's starting.
And then you're going to lose your boobs and your butt. And I know you're not going to be happy with the body.
Well, not only that, like, can I maintain this long term? No. And is that really going to make me happy to look like that? Going through all this trouble to look like that? I'm like, no, I just rather lose weight in a healthy way, get as lean as I can without not pushing myself to these extreme levels. Because it's all about, like, sometimes, and you've seen it time and time again, girls work so hard to get there, and they're like, I hate being here because I'm starving. I'm angry all the time. This body's not worth it, right? Yeah. Because sometimes, like, I'm telling you from prep experience, having those abs and stuff is great. But being starving like that is miserable. It's fucking miserable. So you got to pick your battles. What do you want? You want to starve yourself and look like that? Or you want to enjoy yourself and be healthy and just be a little bit more stricter on yourself.
Right. Yeah. And then you go on vacation and you want to enjoy yourself and eat.
Yeah.
And you can't.
And you can. Because I'm like, that's the worst. I'm like, you guys are stupid as hell. Like, you go on vacation, you need to be freaking enjoying yourself because that's what life's about.
Right.
Okay. So I have one more thing I wanted to share with you before today ends. Okay, you know how there's this ordinary trend going on? You know the song Ordinary? Da-da-da-da. In the ordinary.
Nope.
No?
Mm-mm. We're on a very different side of TikTok.
Apparently.
Yeah.
Oh my God, hold on. I saved this one because a lot of the girls are going to know what I'm talking about. I saved this one because I'm not going to show who this video is because I just saved it for the song, but this is it. Look. I'm an ordinary. Okay, so the trend is
don't. You sang it great. No, I have not.
Don't settle. You're someone's dream girl.
Oh, okay. I have seen that caption, but I didn't catch the song with that. I love that.
Don't settle. You're someone's dream girl. So I have a controversial opinion.
Say it.
Okay, and this is why I say it here.
I love when you make that face and I know it's coming because you're like, yeah, but fuck that. Anyway, this is what I think.
I think Kristen's face is like, oh God, what is she going to say? No, I think it's beautiful. I think it's great to see, like, you don't, like, if you are in a past relationship that's toxic or whatever, or you feel like you're not good enough, in that relationship or whatever, you find someone who values you. I think that's beautiful. But I also think sometimes we as women are real quick to victimize ourselves.
Oh, yeah.
And not take accountability of like, maybe you were the problem.
Oh, yes.
And you're placing this blame on this man. And now you're saying, oh, don't settle, like someone's better's coming. And it's like,
Baby, look in the mirror.
But were you the problem?
That is very true. And I'm sure a couple of those videos made by girls out there need to take a step back and think about, okay, why have all these relationships not worked out for you?
Yeah.
Yes, there is a portion of women, of course, that definitely need to take a step back. Because to me, and we've talked about this too, like self-growth is very important. Mm-hmm. Being self-aware is so important. And taking constructive feedback is very important too in a relationship.
Yeah.
That's why I really have appreciated anytime I've been criticized in a past relationship. Like, okay, I don't like when you do this. I don't take offense to that. I want to hear what the feedback is because I want to be better.
Yeah.
So I appreciate it. Okay, I am not the best communicator. I'm going to work on it then, and I'm going to be the best communicator for the future, right?
Absolutely.
So yes, I think women need to change their victim mentality out of that. Some of them, I'm sure, are not the problem. Men are 99% of men are trash in this world. We know that. Yeah. There's a very small percentage of men who are actually great out there. And especially if you're a single girl and you're in your 20s and you feel like you're almost in your 30s now and you're ready to settle down, it's very tough.
It's very tough. I was just talking to my friend about it today.
Oh, yeah. The dating scene, I can't imagine being single right now with TikTok and dating apps. No.
There's no way. Never do it. I don't know. Yeah, there's just no way. Yeah. I feel like I could not.
Social media and sliding in DMs and the T app, all this stuff. Like, I can't imagine dating right now.
I can't either, yeah.
So I do give women credit that sometimes men are trash. And
they are. And I think it's, like I said, I think it's really beautiful to see. I feel like, I don't know, I have this, like, you know me, I have my intuition, right? Mm-hmm. And I feel like I know it's stupid to say, but I feel like sometimes through videos, you can tell when something's genuine and when it's not. And I feel like I've seen these videos done so beautifully. Like, I can tell, like, she was hurting, and like, you could tell that they were hurting in a past relationship, and now it's beautiful. But then I think for me, why I had this other side of it today was, like, let's say Chris and I broke up, right? If I made something like that, like, it's okay, I'm someone else's dream girl, I'm like, I want pity, and I'm victimizing myself because we had a beautiful relationship, right? Like, so I must have done something wrong, or he must have done like something. Like, I never in our relationship did I not feel like I was his dream girl, right? But like, I just feel like sometimes it's easy to put this victim face on, like, oh, like I was so perfect in my relationship and he was the problem, when in reality you could have probably, but you were part of that problem.
It's very pick me is what you're saying, and you are not wrong. You're very right.
Yes.
Because it's like, a dream girl's not going to say she's a dream girl. Like, calm down.
Yes.
Be humble about it.
Yeah, I think that's
totally agree with what you're saying. I think that's what
it bothers me, is just like, you're setting yourself like, oh, you were such a victim. It's the victim thing. I can't. I'm about to walk out. I'm like, is this victim thing? I can't. It just makes me feel like you're setting yourself up like, oh my God, I was such a victim in my last relationship, and now I'm like someone else's dream girl. And it's possible if you were in a shitty relationship, but and most of the time too, like, we're women and we have flaws and we have emotions, and some of us more than others are not self-aware and don't know how to control our emotions. And so yeah, your relationship probably didn't work out because you both had flaws, right? And like, if men made that trend,
I'm someone's dream guy.
They would get so much shit. Some of the shit we women do, I'm like, it's so double standard.
That's so cringy,
right? It is.
Picturing it like this big guy,
and he's like
in the gym, sets up his phone on the tripod.
He's like, when you're someone else's dream man, and he's
looking sad,
lifting some weights. Hey, it could be. It could be.
Yeah, no.
I just wanted to talk to you about that. I feel like with you, okay, she's going to understand where I'm coming from a little bit.
I so hear what you're saying.
Yeah, I just had I was in my bathtub taking an Epsom salt bath yesterday because, again, I had to get rid of some water weight. And I'm just being a girl. I'm literally just a girl sitting in my bathtub losing in a bath. Hey, I'm taking a bath. I'm steaming it out, and I'm on TikTok
with some cottage cheese.
I had
cottage cheese in the bath.
Hey, my cookie fell in the bath water, but I was gonna eat it anyways. No, but I was just like, I saw that trend today, and I was just like, it's beautiful. But again, it's just another thing of like, let's not get caught up in social media because, girl, you might think you're perfect, but have you asked your partner, am I?
You are so right.
Yeah, like, I'm pretty sure some girl scrolling on her phone and be like, my man doesn't treat me right, like, oh my God, this girl I don't know what was going on in her past relationship, but look, she found a dream guy.
Yeah.
Go ask your man, am I the dream woman right now? Yeah. Okay, let's have a little bit of a reality check.
Yes.
That's 100%. All I'm saying.
I stand by that too, because it's like, what woman, like I've never once been like, I want to shout from the rooftops, like, I'm a dream girl. Like, what the hell? Shut up. Like, just act like a dream girl. I've never been like, I am the perfect woman. I am the perfect wife. Yes, that's very...
No, I feel like I'm a great wife, but I still ask Chris. I literally just asked him last week. I'm like, do you feel like I'm a good wife? Am I a good wife to you? Do I do the things that fill your cup? He was like, yeah, you're an excellent wife. I'm like, okay, thank you.
Thank you. But
thank you.
But also if he were to give you feedback,
absolutely,
like, yes, but this.
Sometimes like, I want him to give me more feedback.
Like, because I want to grow. I want to be better. You have that mentality too. You're like, tell me what's up. Like, tell me what's the most annoying thing about me. I want to know.
I want to know
because I want to break that habit. Yeah. Right? Or what's my ick? I want to break that habit. I want to be better. I want to strive for greatness and no perfection. Like, no one's going to be perfect ever. Yeah. But I want to try. Like, I want to try to be the best version of myself I can be.
Yeah.
That's why I always try and pipe down a bit. Like, what feedback can I take from every single relationship? Absolutely. And I don't mean romantic relationships. I mean, what feedback does my mom have? Does my dad have? My sister? My best friend? Tell me the feedback because I want to be better. I want to grow. So that's women need to change their mentalities about that.
Yeah.
Because every relationship, and now I'm speaking romantically, is a learning lesson. And that's why I've never had an issue being like, hey, let's go our separate ways.
Yeah.
Like, I have no problem breaking up with a guy because it's like, if you're not giving me what I need or I'm not giving you what you need, we're not right for each other. But I've grown so much from this and I'm going to take everything you've told me to consideration for the future.
Yeah.
And if they're not willing to change, then you need to move on. But you need to have the mentality that I can change too to be better for someone else in the future.
And for myself, I think a lot of people have a really hard time accepting that. And I think that's why you and I, we bond a lot. And then I feel like our listeners, I feel like they relate to us is that not setting the victim mentality and are willing. And I hope that if you're not this person, you are open to like willingness to change for the better for yourself and for the people you love. Mm-hmm. I think so many people work through come from an ego spot that they don't want to change. Right. They don't care what their partner says. Oh, I don't give a hell what you say.
He needs to accept me for me.
Yeah, no. I feel like it's so important. And I think this is why like Chris and I work as well as we do is like, we want to be better for each other. Like, it's important to me that I'm good for him and that he's good for me and he fills my cup and I fill his cup. Like, because I know, like, I fill my own cup. I'm happy. Like, I'd be happy alone. But it's nice to know that, like, I'm also, like, doing the things that he wants and he's also, like, contributing to me. Again, I asked him, like, do you feel like I'm a good wife? He's like, I think you're an excellent wife. Why are you feeling like... I'm like, no, I feel like I'm a good wife. But if I was to sit back and think about the things that I could work on is, like, I feel like maybe you don't say this, but... the fact that I don't cook for you may be a bother to you. And he's like, no, absolutely not. He's like, would it be nice to have a home-cooked meal sometimes like my mom would make? Absolutely. But he's like, we also don't eat bad, so it's really hard. And I'm like, yeah, like, and I also, like, genuinely, I don't love to cook. I don't like it. It's not my strain. Like, it's not because I'm like, oh, I can't learn. It's just I don't have the patience for it. But, now that I know that he loves a home-cooked meal, I'm going to try. Like, maybe it might not be a weekly thing, but, like, maybe once a month I can make him a home-cooked Mexican meal. Even if I have to look it up on YouTube and find Doña Julana on
Call
YouTube.
His mom and ask her, FaceTime his mom, and hey, enséñame cómo lo haces para Chris, right?
Yeah.
I want to know how you make this because that's something important, too, that my dad did teach me growing up. He was like, you need to learn how to cook for my dad's very
traditional
Hispanic, like the wife needs to cook for the husband.
My mom, sorry, I'm going to turn to my mom. I got there into Georgia to take care of my dad, right? She's like, okay, mañana le vas a hacer un caldo de pollo at your dad. And I was like, a caldo de pollo? I was about to call Hannah. I was like, Hannah has the best chicken noodle soup recipe. I was like, maybe I should call her. And I was like, dude, I was contemplating. I'm like, Mom, yo no sé hacer un caldo de pollo. And then my dad's in the fucking room and he heard, he's like, te dije que no sabía ella hacerme un caldo de pollo. And I was like, fuck. And I felt really bad. So I was like, Dad, do you want me? I'm like, I can literally look on YouTube. Te lo hago mañana. And he's like, no te preocupes, lo que sea. And so I ended up getting him a chicken noodle soup from Chick-fil-A. But he loved it. He was like, wow, esa sopa está buena. I was like,
little saltine crackers.
Yeah, it's like Chick-fil-A chicken noodle soup.
No, it is good.
Is bomb. I like it when I'm sick. So he was like, oh, sí está bien buena. Se la comió todo. But I was like, damn. That was the one part I felt a little embarrassed that I couldn't make my dad a chicken noodle soup.
Okay, we'll do that on Patreon. We'll cook it together.
Yeah,
it's
maybe.
Really yummy and
I'm
fun.
like, okay, like, and I do have it on my bingo card. I need to learn how to make 3 salsas because I want to learn how to make just different salsas. Yes. So like, I just do think that, not because of what other people say, but for my own self, like I want to learn because it's important that I at least know that for my mians.
Yes.
And for me, like, okay, if I want to make a salsa with my grilled chicken, I can.
Yes. And your family, like your family, your friends, and from around holidays and stuff. But I think we've talked about this too, like I'm healed, I'm wearing pink, right? Like we're in our feminine kind of, you're in your feminine era lately. When you are in the kitchen cooking, like flour everywhere, you just feel it. There's something so natural about it. Like, and you watch your husband's face and he's like, God,
that's what he said.
So good.
Yeah.
Like the way to Blake's heart is like through his stomach. Yeah. For us. So he loves when the reaction
that you get
like when they just taste a meal that is made with so much love and you have fun. You put on your music and you're really, I think once you learn to enjoy cooking and the satisfaction you get from your husband loving it, it's going to make you feel so womanly.
I think
it's a good feeling.
But I think, you know what my biggest thing is? I think that I'm really nervous when I cook for Chris because his mom's such a great cook. I feel like it's not good enough for him.
It's not ever going to be perfect like his mom's.
Yeah.
It's not like when I make my dad certain things with him and he's like, even I know like, this is not my abuelita's tortillas. Yeah. She told me how to make it, but they just make it a certain way. Right, yeah. It's never going to live up to it, but you're going to find things that he ends up really loving and you're going to be able to tweak it. Like, hey, what do you think? It needs more salt. Okay. It's fun to do that together.
Yeah. I need to.
Don't worry about the pressure. Like I know Chris, he's gonna be like, it's great.
Girl,
he's gonna say it's great anyway.
I tried making enchiladas verdes like 4 times. That shit was.
Maybe start with something a little easier.
Yeah, I thought enchiladas verdes were gonna be easy. It was not.
With some salsa.
Tomatillo salsa is the most hard because tomatillos can overly get done and then they get sour and I didn't know that. I was waiting for them to pop and then my suegra, I waited for them to pop and then I called her. I'm like, suegra, they popped and my salsa is so amarga. So then I put sugar y ahora sale picosa, amarga y fucking sweet at the end. And she's like, no, it's because you can't let it.
We're gonna try a raw salsa first. Okay, and then work our way up.
Okay. We're going to do that.
Yeah.
We'll do that on the Patreon.
And chicken noodle soup is a must. Like, I'm going to teach you how to make a really good one because when anyone's sick, this chicken noodle soup is the best. Homemade. It's so good.
Okay. And I want to. I feel like that's so sweet. Like, if someone goes over to your house and you're sick and they bring you homemade chicken noodle soup with saltine crackers, you're sick, you just want to cry. You just want to be like, thank you so much. Yes. You know? So, like, I think it's so special. Yes. Okay, you're going to teach me.
Yeah, it's so much fun.
Yeah, that's all I wanted to share with you today. I was like, this is, Hannah, you pick up the slack some days. I'm like, I'm going to pick up the slack. Let me see what we can talk about today. And it fit perfectly because of my dress. I was like, all right, well, I'll let you guys know later on. You'll see pictures. If me and Gabby are matching, the dress fit. If we're not matching, I had to buy myself.
It'd be like nipples down to here from the tape.
If I look like I literally got my boobs taken out, it's because I have saran wrapped my boobs down. So beware. All right, guys. Thank you guys so much for listening. We love you so much. And we'll see you on the next one.
Guys.
Bye. I'm literally just a girl.